Alright, it's time for another Am I the A-hole video. Please do give this video a like, and please do comment down below if you like this kind of stuff. Please do, it really helps me out, really appreciate it. So let me know if you want to see more stories of Am I the A-hole Furry edition. Really helps me out, and just other stuff in general. Please do let me know down below. Hey guys, Blazie here, and welcome back to Am I the A-hole Furry edition. So, I'm going to try my best here to go through some Am I the A-hole stuff that's furry related. And yeah, the last one was kind of fun, so I did do another one. Yeah, please do go check that video out. I'll try to remember to put the link in the description for it. And I brought up 4 to 5 different little things here. Most of them are old, couple years old. But I haven't gone through them, so I don't know them. Maybe you don't know them. So I just thought it would be a little fun and all that. For those who don't know, basically Am I the A-hole is basically something has happened in their life and they kind of ask Reddit about it and kind of ask, did I do the wrong thing or am I the good person? And people will put comments and all that to say if they are the A-hole or not. So, let's just go through the very first one here. And excuse me while I try to weed. It's very difficult to weed in this thing, but it's also kind of fun to try. So, excuse me while I kind of fail at weeding. I'll do my best. Anyway, let's just get into this. Am I the a-hole for being too aggressive with my furry roommate? Don't know why it's in quotations, but okay, but that already I'm like, oh, okay, but let's get into it, because just because they're furry doesn't mean they're a good roommate. That's for sure. I got some history there, so let's get into it. So I was going to get a single dorm, but my parents thought it was too expensive, so I got a double with a randomly assigned roommate. He was a bit awkward at first when I first met him, and he didn't talk much. I assume then single dorm, I assume this means like at university or something like that. I noticed he had some kind of animal costume in the closet. Perfect place for them. One time and thought it was for Halloween or something. Everything was generally okay up until the point he talked to me about furries. And I thought it was alright, not for me. But do your own thing, you know? After this, however, he started wearing it in the dorm while talking to his friends online. I usually have headphones on our desks are facing away from each other. So, it didn't really bother me too much. It was kind of weird, though. Anyways, I told him I was going to have a friend over to do calc homework. So, I figured he would take off his fursuit when I went to go down and let my friend in. But, when I opened the door, he was standing right in front of it and said something along the lines of, "Hi, X's friend, I'm Y, his furry roommate." Yeah. I mean, good on you for just being open, but I was shocked at this display. I saw my friend looking wide-eyed, not knowing what to say, so I just said, "We'll be right back." And we just went into the study room down the hall and just pretended it never happened. I had no idea how to address it in the first place. After that, I went back to my dorm and told him that it seemed a little much to do that kind of thing in front of strangers, and he said, okay, but he seemed very sad, so I assumed he got the message. Unfortunately, he did not. And when I told him that a few friends were coming over to watch some videos, there he was again. But this time he was sitting at his chair and just said hi. It was an improvement, but he was still wearing his fursuit. I just told my friends it was for some kind of project and shrugged it off. We were watching YouTube videos on my laptop for about an hour, and throughout that my roommate was talking to his friends quietly and would occasionally make strange animal noises, and my friends started glancing at him. I mean, that's just you guys just being judgmental kind of thing, yeah. Like, you're both doing your separate things, you know. I didn't know what to say to him after my friends left, but this has got to stop. I don't know if it makes him feel more at home to wear his fursuit, or if he's acting differently because he's in a new place. I just don't get it and need some help getting him to know that he can't wear his fursuit while I have friends over. But I don't want to hurt his feelings. What do I do? Well, he could wear his fursuit while your friends are over. That's, you know, you two have separate lives, but just have to be in the same place. He could absolutely wear his fursuit whenever he wants. That's not up to you to decide. If your friends are uncomfortable, then go hang out somewhere else. Go hang out one of your friends' dorms instead. Yeah, figure something out. You know, like, unfortunately, that's just kind of how I assume these kind of universities or whatever things work, you kind of just have to kind of deal with your, well, you just kind of have to deal with your roommate in that sense, kind of thing, and just ignore him, let him do his own thing. I do think it's a bit weird to greet new people in the fursuit and kind of just, I don't know, because you don't know how strangers are going to take it. I do admit that is a little bit, not weird, but it's very brave to do, I guess. It is very, very brave to do. This one's actually kind of difficult because, no, they can live their own life. They can live their own life. I really don't know. People are saying, okay, the little thing here is saying that they're not the a-hole, so I'm curious what some of the comments are. Okay, yeah, this was just like, I am the a-hole because despite my general tolerance for lifestyle choices, I just want furries to get the F away from the rest of us. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're just an a-hole. He is doing something that makes you uncomfortable at your friends. I believe you handled the situation well. He generally did. There doesn't seem to be anything bad there. He generally did say to his friend, hey, please don't do this. And he still does it. But again, it's... he's not... I'll say maybe try to keep the animal noises down to a minimum kind of thing or something like that. Like, respect that other people are in the room, but also respect them. They're doing their thing, they're not bothering you exactly. They're only bothering you because they're in the fursuit. Like, if they weren't wearing the fursuit, how would the situations go? Would you still just stare at them because they're making animal noises? Then that's kind of just shitty of you guys, basically. Yeah, no, furries don't deserve respect, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so basically they're saying, no, he's not the a-hole because these people just hate furries. Because this isn't a furry Reddit, it's just normal Reddit. Yeah, so that's the only reason why people are saying he's not the a-hole. But this is kind of a bit of a hard situation, because I think they're both being a-holes, really, because I think both need to kind of respect each other's boundaries, respect each other, especially when you got friends over. I totally understand, yeah, please don't do this during this time. That's not a hard ask to do, a couple hours, don't put on the fursuit, But you live separate lives. You kind of just have to deal with it, kind of thing. Alright, next one. Am I the a-hole for exposing my ex-boyfriend as a furry? I mean, yeah, that already sounds like you are. My ex-boyfriend and I broke up over his strange obsession with furry stuff. Okay, yeah, you're the a-hole, but at the same time, that depends on the obsession in the sense of like how deep it goes. If you're not a furry, obviously it just wasn't for you. But then you don't have to then say, oh, he's a furry, that's why we broke up or something. You can just say he had different interests that I wasn't interested in. That happens. That absolutely happens in relationships. So yeah, it's just one of those things that happens in relationships. But let's read on. That he was a furry came to me as a total shock after a long, almost entirely positive relationship that I exited feeling somewhat disgusted myself for possibly, likely, being shallow. Truthfully, it was sort of a bait and switch since he never mentioned his furry obsession at all until like 8 months into the relationship. I mean, I'm sure there's probably stuff that they haven't even mentioned to the ex-boyfriend kind of thing. It is kind of difficult. It depends on how far the obsession is. Because, unfortunately, kind of relationships and love just kind of happens with anyone sometimes. So the idea of, like, being a furry and falling in love with someone who's not a furry, yeah, will absolutely happen. I do hate the idea of people who hide themselves. I really, really, really do. Because it, for the most part, is a big thing in their lives. So the idea of hiding out from the one you love is just... because then, essentially, you should be able to tell them, I'm a furry. And they should still respect that. If they don't, then they never really loved you. The idea that it's like, yeah, a bait and switch, that's a big thing to say. That is a big thing to say. Because it's not a bait and switch. They're still the same person. They just have this other interest that, yeah, they did kind of hide from you, but, like, there's reasons for it, like this. So, I could understand why people would hide it from the ones that they love because they don't want them to leave them. Like this is happening. There is a part of me that does think with being a furry or like a cosplayer or just having like a specific job, I do feel like you have to be honest with it. I really do because it's just, especially 8 months in, I feel like you have to be honest with it because just in a sense for your own health and just that idea of trust, that you're trusting your partner. Yeah, once it gets out, especially 8 months in that you've been hiding this, it kind of then comes down to what else are you hiding? If I wouldn't want my partner to have that kind of secret life without telling me maybe 3 to 4 months in, but 8 months, almost a year, then I do get suspicious that they might be hiding other stuff. But yeah, let's keep going. I would have never considered pursuing a serious relationship with him had I known the extent of how creepy it would be to me. There we go. Yeah, so, yeah. I did in earnest try to reconcile, but in the process, the relationship fell apart. Over the course of explaining why we broke up dozens of times to different people, it slipped out to maybe 1 or 2 gossips by accident that the particular reason we broke up was his strange fetish hobby. There we go. Yeah, this person's just a furry hater. That's the problem as well. You don't know just like how much these people will hate furries. So hiding it, it's gotta come out. It's going to come out. Live your life kind of thing. Don't hide who you are. It's, like, I understand for some parts, but if you love someone, and if you think they love you, they'll love you no matter what. Most likely due to the breakup, more than a concurring incident of exposing him as a furry, he has gained substantial weight. And has shown I want to cry now. And has shown signs of depression. I honestly tried to maintain a friendship, but it kept getting weirder and weirder. There's a mix of sad and anger between both of us, but something that comes up way more often than it should was that I was responsible for outing him as a furry. Yeah, like I understand hiding it from other people, hiding it in general, but I do still think that, like, in a relationship, you kind of have to tell them. But yeah, her letting it out that that's the reason is a little bit of a shitty thing to do. You can tell your best friend, you can tell your friends, you can tell specific people that aren't going to gossip, that aren't going to expose it kind of thing. Because, yeah, then that will kind of put a down spiral in his life. And it clearly has. Him saying that looks like he's, depressed and gaining weight. And that's sad. That's really sad. I apologized for everything and anything, and he refuses to accept any attempt at reconciliation at any point. I mean, that's kind of fair. I do think maybe speak it out. But, yeah, it is kind of fair. Most of our mutuals generally didn't care or laughed it off if they found out. I never went out my way to frame him as a weirdo, and he never once asked me to keep it a secret. I mean, you framed it as a fetish. So you kind of did. And he never once asked me to keep it a secret, despite hiding it from me. Well, that should give you a clue then. I honestly suspect his overly offensive reaction is more of an overreaction to the rest of the situation. I mean, he could also be depressed that he lost you, yeah, for sure. Am I the a-hole? Yes. Yes. Edit, this title is probably misleading. It's not as if it went out of my way to tell people. Yes, you did. No, okay, no, you didn't go out of your way to tell people, like you went online and told everyone. But I'm gonna assume that then, like, people asked you, or like you talked about the breakup and all that, and then you said why. So it's still very much your fault. He also never made a huge deal about telling others. Some of his not so close friends already knew. But I'm going to guess by that one wording is that she was phrasing it as a fetish, as a kink. This is what he likes furries. He's got a strange fetish or whatever. That's how I'm gonna expect that she worded it and how she said it, and that's probably the issue here. Yeah, you definitely are. the conclusion, I think she's the a-hole. And the conclusion from people is she is the a-hole. So let's just read some of the comments. I don't see how you let it accidentally slip. That's a very niche fetish that he's obviously keeping secret. Hell, he kept it from you until he was comfortable talking about it 8 months into a committed relationship. That wasn't your secret to tell. Exactly. Yeah, so there's like this one here. You're the a-hole. And the way you're phrasing a lot of this, you're obviously trying to convince yourself you're not. But in the end, it's simple. You shared something, he told you in confidence, and now he's suffering the consequences of feeling embarrassed and ashamed because of that. Basically, yeah. Yeah, so everyone is generally saying, you're the a-hole, and I do agree. Alright, next one. Am I the a-hole for being uncomfortable with a furry in my D&D campaign? Now, are you just being xenophobic? I think that's the right word for, like, I don't know, being scared of, like, aliens and, well, not yeah. You know what I mean, scared of, like, aliens and all that kind of stuff, and not wanting them near you, and xenophobic kind of thing. And basically a person has decided to be a cat character, basically a D&D, and you're just like, ew, no, yuck, I hate that. Or as an actual furry at your campaign. Yes, you read that right. I've been running a D&D campaign since the beginning. Also, yeah, furries are absolutely going to play D&D. You're going to run into furries. I've been running a D&D campaign since the beginning of last semester with some friends of mine at university. Unfortunately, some of those friends couldn't be here with us this semester, so we were looking for people to replace them, so we could have a reasonable number of people for the campaign. So me and my 2 remaining players are in recruitment mode. We'll call one of these players A. Myself, A, and the other friend all managed to find one person each to join the campaign. That's a little more than what I was hoping for. I just wanted enough regular players that I did not feel like I had to cancel it if one person didn't show, but it'll work. So it turns out that the person that A invited is a furry, and I'm not going to lie, it makes me really uncomfortable. Then you're the asshole. You're the asshole. Definitely going to say that. They wear cat ears and stuff all the time. From what I could tell, have some sort of sonar thing on their lanyard and unironically type and say things like, oh, whoa. God damn it. Here's the thing, it's pretty brave to go out and wear cat ears, absolutely. I do think you don't have to wear them all the time and show that kind of furry pride. You don't have to wear your badge everywhere. That's probably a little bit weird. I recognize that this is me just being a bit prudent, yes, because they're not hurting anyone, yes. It just makes me feel weird, and have no doubt that I wouldn't be an asshole if I were to ask them not to be in a campaign just because of a lifestyle choice I'm not used to. It's a hobby, it's not a lifestyle choice, it's a hobby. But I feel like A should have at least asked us if he would be comfortable with someone like this in the game, you know? No, he didn't need to. He doesn't need to at all, just because they're furry. Like, Jesus Christ, furries are gotta play D&D, absolutely. Not only that, but A seems to be inconsiderate in general these days. He was late to both sessions so far. Yeah, that's kinda annoying. He invited his girlfriend, who I've never met before, she's not a player, to spectate the game, which was in my apartment without even asking. To spectate. Doesn't that just mean to kind of watch? So he invited his girlfriend over to watch them play D&D. What's the issue there? What's the issue there? Oh, I've never met her before, and like she came to my apartment. You don't have to. Well, you met her now. And all she's doing is just watching you guys play D&D. If you're uncomfortable, it sounds like you're uncomfortable around women. If anything. That you're just uncomfortable with her being a little girl there at D&D, or something like that. Why? You've now met her, so. Yeah, what's the issue? You're just an a-hole. You're an absolute a-hole. He even asked, I do admit, being late to D&D was kind of annoying, but at the same time, it happens. I guess the question is, why was he late, which you did not put here? He has even asked twice now about the extra people being added to the campaign after I initially said 5 players is enough, fake you. I don't know, I feel like this could just be me overreacting and A just being a bit rude. Not really. Or maybe neither of us are a-holes, you're the a-hole, and I'm just worried too much. Either way, I had no idea what to think, so I thought I'd leave it to you guys to decide. You're the a-hole, you're absolutely the a-hole. Oh no, person brought his girlfriend along. Oh no. To just spectate, not even play the game? Not even to play it? I understand getting someone new in when you're kind of, I don't know, deep into being like a dungeon master. You're trying to do this like campaign, do all these games and such, and then a new person kind of comes in. I understand that would be difficult, especially if they're completely new to D&D and you have to kind of set them all up, and that takes a while and all that, get them kind of started and all that. I understand that, but he just went there to spectate, to sit there and watch. So what was the issue there? Him being the buddy being late, twice. Oh no. How late was he? You don't say. Why was he late? You don't say. Oh no, a furry is there. Oh no. But the worst part is, people are saying he's not the a-hole. He's not the a-hole. He's absolutely the a-hole. It doesn't matter if someone pops up as a furry to a D&D campaign. That means nothing. It doesn't... Jesus. It's nothing. So I'm curious. Not the a-hole. Sorry. So, I'm curious what the comments say here. Not the a-hole. I'm a furry myself, and I would never act like that around non-furries who are trying to get to know. What, wearing the ears and all that kind of stuff? Again, furries are probably going to pop up. I'm going to guess maybe A is a furry himself? Maybe, it just hasn't really talked about it. It just does kind of keep it a secret from his friend who is an a-hole about it. He's just being weird. It happens. It's fine. People can wear ears if they want to. It doesn't even sound like you dislike him for being a furry. You do. He does. He dislikes him for being a furry. What? You just dislike him because he acts weird and he's shoving his niche interest. You're not a furry. You're just an a-hole too. Because he actually is shoving his niche interest in the faces of people. He's not shoving it. Oh my god. He is not shoving it in the face of other people. He is not shoving it in the face of other people. My god, that phrase gets used way too much in the wrong way. This is, oh my god. He's just there showing up, dressed in a specific way that you don't like. And you're just a-holes. This guy just sounds like he has no social skills, and it's okay if you don't want to play with him. No. This. I keep replying to people that OP is shaming the dude for being a furry. He is annoyed with the constant weird talk and shoving crap in other people. Go away. You people are awful. I've had enough of your crap! These type of furries sound like gay guys who hate gay, like really, really gay guys, and they like don't associate with them because they're too gay for them, and doesn't represent the community kind of thing. That's what it sounds like. It's disgusting. No, he is the a-hole. Like, this person here is saying, technically just you and A. If you're okay with the furry method of playing the game, and just don't like the cat ears and emoticons, then maybe just live with it. Exactly. Who knows, you might get used to it and start to ignore their behavior. Exactly. As for A, he's bringing people around to your apartment without permission, trying to add players you aren't ready for, and constantly arrives late. He arrived late twice, I think it said. That's not a lot, and does happen. He's bringing people around to your apartment without permission. Okay, sure, but it's his girlfriend. Like, he just doesn't like the idea of an extra player being there, even though they're just there to watch, kind of thing. It's like, I feel like friends, girlfriends, and all that, and partners can show up to things. Yeah, probably tell them beforehand, but at the same time, if they're just there to watch, what's the issue? What's the issue? I don't see it. Yes, I would probably be preferred to tell. Yes, I would probably prefer being told beforehand, but there's never a point that I would then say, this person's an a-hole, this person is doing this person's doing that, because they brought their girlfriend over. You know, it's I wouldn't consider it an a-hole kind of thing to do. Alright, we're going to do one more. I probably have already wasted so much time, but I'm going to do one more because this one intrigues me. Am I the a-hole for looking at furry, naughty stuff while there are people home? 14 male. Okay. Interesting. I mean, everyone does it. So when this happened, I was looking at furry, naughty stuff, but then my brother, 10, knows full well what naughty stuff and furries are, came home. I stopped to let him in and greet him and then got back to doing the deed. However, after a minute or so, he blizzed in my room and I zipped my pads and clicked on a different tab as soon as possible. Alas, it was too late. He may have not seen my... he might not have seen my jug, but he has witnessed the yiff. But he... Okay, I love that. I love that. He has witnessed the yiff. I love that. That is so funny. That is a great sentence. And then he was like, "You're watching naughty stuff. I saw you." And I started to raise my voice. "Well, yeah. You watch naughty stuff?" "Yes." He went back to his room and played some games while calling his friend. He normally blitzes out just as he goes in, not to mention he almost closed the door. After which I quickly finished. You know what? Yeah, same. Just quickly close the door. Well, gotta still deal with this. And I apologize for yelling at him. He did not respond. Some clarification. I regularly watch naughty stuff while my family is at home. He has shown distaste towards furries before. I close the door every time. Honestly, okay, so people are saying he's the a-hole. I don't think he's the a-hole. He's a teenager. He's 14. He's a teen. He's not an a-hole. He's just dumb. Always close the door. Even put stuff in front of the door. That's something I would do. I'll just put, just clothing, shoes, whatever, kind of in front of the door so it can't really open. And then so I got tired to kind of, zip up or whatever, and then just be like, "Oh, sorry, yep," and just kind of move stuff out of the way and all that kind of stuff, but this dude's not an a-hole. He's just dumb. He's just a dumb 14-year-old who was horny, and that's okay, that happens. Is it his fault his brother came home, kind of thing? No, but, I do still think, even if you're home alone, close the door, just in case, especially when you're that age, especially when you're young. Still close the door, obviously, if you're home alone, as a 30-year-old like me, who cares? Let it open. Let the world see. But I'm curious what the comments say here. Yes, you're the a-hole. Start locking your doors or go to a bathroom or wait until everyone's asleep. Shit, it's not that hard to not jack off when you're gonna get caught all the time. Thanks for the advice, though this was the first time I was caught. I personally don't think so long as you're not forcing other people to look at it. I mean, he's not. He's 14-year-old. He's doing his own thing. You're not the a-hole, but between you and me, you're young enough to get off the furry train before it has full steam. Nah, too late now. He's jerking into it, so he's too much. It's too late for him. It's too late. And then, you are the effing furry. Way worse than being an a-hole. Yep. And then I think the and then the commenter replied, the person who made the post replied, "Ooh woo, punish me, daddy." Edit. It was a joke. Yeah, he doesn't care. Yep, it's too late for him. But yeah, people are saying he's the a-hole from the sounds of it. But I don't think so. He's just a kid. He's just a dumb kid who forgot to close the door, and that's fine. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope it works out. I hope you like it. Please do let me know if you like these little Reddit videos, especially the a-hole stuff. Please do let me know. I should try to censor myself a little bit better. That's why I said naughty stuff instead of the P word. Just because, then, YouTube will not like me. It already doesn't like me. It already doesn't like me. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it works out. I hope the volume is good. Hope the camera looks good. Hope I look good. I hope... please do let me know down in the comments below if you enjoy this stuff. And please do... leave comments down below. Give this video a like. And subscribe to my channel because I'll love you if you do. Hit that bell icon. And VitoFox says, be who you want to be. Alright, guys. Bye for now.